What's up, everybody? It's Daddy DeLeoncourt, and this is Pure Tentacion. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is a channel where we talk about everything that I love, and I hope that the content on my channel inspires you to be the best you that you can be. I want to talk about something tonight. I particularly want to speak to the people who might be thinking that they're lonely the holidays. I'm talking to my followers or to the viewers out there who maybe are alone a lot. Maybe they're the black sheep of their family. Maybe they're what you will call a scapegoat. And I want to bring to your awareness why you might even be going through this. And you're not alone, because as you can see here, it's Christmas Eve and I'm on my Dolo shit right now. There is something that I'm discovering that's a period of separation, a period of being hidden, and it's all to prepare you for what's to come. Sometimes things want to work in your favor in a way that causes you to look like you're being outcasted, or you're being singled out, or you're being thrown away, or you're being neglected. And I want you to know that that is furthest from the truth. You see, when we talk about being like, and I hate using these cliche terms. When I find a better term, I will use that. But when we talk about being a generational curse breaker, and that's just a more religious term, but when we're talking about doing things differently, like more differently than your entire like bloodline or your lineage has ever been able to do, these things call for drastic measures, okay? Oftentimes you have to be separated from your family, your caregivers, especially if you had caregivers that were neglectful or that didn't validate you and your uniqueness, etc., etc. This list is very long. You have to be separated from friends. And these are particularly friends, if you weren't able to cultivate like lifelong friendships very early on in your childhood, and constantly you find yourself having to hire and fire new friends because you got into relationships with friends based off of chemistry, and you realize that the character of the person that you befriended did not like align up with your like what's compatible for you. And when you separate yourself from these things and you truly start to focus on you, that's when things would just organically start to work out. I don't want to be extra woo-woo about this situation, even though I am super woo. But I want to speak to people that might not be woo, or that might not be spiritual, people that's just like, you really don't really know what you believe in. I want to speak to you people too, because we are all important. Perhaps, you know, it's not your calling to be spiritual. It's not your calling to necessarily believe, but you still have a purpose no matter what. Now, I don't want to use the term submitting to the flow, because when you're in this period of separation, the last thing you want to do is be thinking that, oh, I should be doing something else, or I need to find a lover right away. I'm not fulfilled unless I have family, friends. Because when you get caught up in that, you will notice that you will continue to attract people that aren't really aligned with your highest good. And that is because you haven't yet fully started to really purge yourself from that cycle, that karmic cycle that you've always been in. You haven't truly like conquered that thing just yet. So the period of separation is to get you ready for all the things that you are truly made for, that you truly deserve. So if you are able to, I don't want to use the word submit, because I'm not a submissive person, and perhaps that might just turn a lot of people off. But when you are able to adjust and work with the natural flow of life, and you're open to the natural flow of life, you will notice how your growth starts to happen, and you will be able to just appreciate being comfortable in your solitude, being okay with being alone, because you're never truly alone. There are unseen forces energetically, metaphysically, scientifically working in your favor when you start to just move and shake in a way that is strong and disciplined. So I really want to encourage you to make sure that you are separating yourself from all these things that are and it could be even the smallest, tiniest, microscopic thing. There's so many things that you have to break free from in order to really start yourself on the path to, when I say stardom, I mean like being happy, having true stability, and cultivating those relationships, be they be platonic, familiar, or romantic, cultivating all those things in one. You got to get to the point where the things from the past don't haunt you anymore. And it takes time to do that. And it takes, most of the time, you're going to be by yourself when these things happen. I remember when I would first start to be on my journey, I would always tend to think that, am I being selfish? Am I being too much of a perfectionist? Am I being too hard on myself by being reclusive? And at the time, I was separating myself from things that I had to distance myself from, but I was so focused on the fact that I was doing it that I really wasn't elevating. And I want you to understand that once you get on the path to start focusing on yourself, you might feel like you're hurting people. You might feel like you're being selfish. So be it. And I hate putting it that way, but so be it. Because if you start to think about the past, you won't really be able to move forward. As I continue to make more of these videos, I want to just dive deep into, the art of self-love. And I want to speak to more men and women out there, but especially guys who need to hone in on feeling like you're your own superhero. Because I feel like that is the most important thing for young men out here to do. Like you got to stop believing, you got to stop looking up to people who aren't really qualified to be your leader or your elder, etc., etc., because you will find that you will pollute yourself and infect yourself with being a lame. And I use that term kind of loosely because that might have been a little harsh. But I say all this to say, if you're feeling alone this Christmas, remember there's a reason why you are where you are and what you are right now. I'll say that again. There's a reason why you are who you are, what you are, and where you are right now. So never think that you're being punished. Never think that you're being served, you're being dealt the short end of the stick because you are by yourself. Really start to get to know you. Really start to love on you, take care of you. Figure out what makes you happy during this time. And also sit back and just think about all the things that you could truly be thankful for. You'll start to realize, damn, I'm blessed for real. I'm fortunate for real. And you don't have to like compare yourself to people who are less fortunate or compare yourself to people who really have it bad. You can just really look at your life, just you, and show gratitude. I really hope this helps. And I really hope that deep down inside, you do feel the warmth and strength that I know that is inside of you. If you haven't already, go ahead and comment below and let me know what you are feeling right now during this time. And if you need any advice or some topics that you want me to talk about in terms of helping you become the best you. This is Daddy DeLeoncourt. Pure Tentacion. Ciao.